guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's Watch Me Clean Wednesday, I'm going to be tackling the dust in my home. I know that a lot of people suffer from allergies as well as my family, so I really wanted to get rid of a lot of that dust that we don't really think about. So the first thing I did was take up my vents and soak them in some warm soapy water. And just really quickly, I wanted to remind you, if you have little ones or pets, just to make sure that they don't step in those holes that I just showed you, because they could get really hurt. And then the next thing that I do is just take off my throw pillows and blankets and wash them. This time I did not do my throw pillows just because I have just done them recently. And then you want to go ahead and turn your AC off for this next step. So for this next step, I have partnered up with Hello Filters. And I'm so excited about this, guys. Hello Filters is a filter subscription service, and you can choose 1, 2, or 3 month delivery cycle. Your first month is free if you use the promo code Jessica, and you can cancel or pause at any time. This is life-changing, guys. A few minutes to sign up, you pick your filter size, and you forget about it. No more trying to remember what size you need when it's time to change your air filter, because I know when I'm in the grocery store, I always forget. And each box comes with a gift, which is fun. This time we got a Frisbee. Tucker loved that. The box is strong and it's great for disposing of your old dirty filter. So as soon as you take your disgusting old filter out, you can just place it in the box and take it directly outside. Changing your filter routinely can save you up to 10% on your heating and cooling bill, guys. That's a ton. So you definitely want to make sure that you are changing that. Not to mention, did I say how easy it is? I am so thrilled with this service. I never have to remember when it's time to change my filter again. It just shows up at my doorstep. If you can choose 1, 2, or 3 months, again, like I said, as often as you prefer to change them in your home. And all links and info can be found in the description box if you guys are interested in this service for yourself. So as mentioned earlier, you want to go ahead and turn off your AC unit because you're fixing to take out your old one and replace it. You don't want it to suck in anything through there without a filter. And I am about to show you guys this disgusting filter. It has been way too long since I have changed it, and now I do not have to worry about that happening anymore, because these are going to just show up on my doorstep and I'm going to be like, oh, okay, it's time to change my filter. I know when my family starts to sneeze and get sick that it is time, but now I don't have to wait for them to get sick before I know it is time to change the filter. I know, mom confession, it's terrible. So here I am showing you a filter that you never ever want to waste your money on, guys. These filters are no good. As you can see straight through it. And did you know that 99% of the particles in our indoor air are too small to be seen by our eye? So if you're getting a filter like that, all of that junk is getting straight through it and being recycled back into your air, and then you are breathing it. You do not want to ever waste your money on a filter like that. You definitely want to spend a little bit more and get a high quality filter. So now I'm just taking my Dyson with this little neat attachment that has a brush on the end of it, and I am sucking up all of the dust on this outside part of the filter. I'm going to flip it over and get the other side, and then I am going to take some Mrs. Meyer's and just wipe it down really good. Ideally, it's not good to have something in front of your air intake vent if possible, but I do have this shelf in front of it, but it does not have any backing and air can still get through it. But again, ideally, it's good to keep that clear, but the way that the floor plan is in my house, this kind of is just how it is. Now, once you are done with that, you can go ahead and turn your AC or heat back on. And as you can see, I went ahead and cranked my AC up for the next step, which is going to be dusting the ceiling fan and vacuuming. A little tip for you guys, when you're vacuuming, if you want to go ahead and crank up your AC or your heat, whatever season it is, and get that air intake going. That way, when you are vacuuming and dusting, you're actually stirring up a lot of dust into the air. And that way it can kind of be sucked up and go on right through that filter so that it's not getting recycled back up into your air and then settling down on your furniture. So I got this neat little tool at, I believe, Home Depot or Lowe's, and I always have my husband do this for me when he's home because I'm terrified of dusting that ceiling fan for some reason. So thank you, hubby, for helping me with that. But that tool is really neat if you have ceiling fans in your home that are super high and hard to reach. That way you do not have to worry about getting a ladder. And I really, really love it, and I recommend them. And again, I got mine at, I believe, Home Depot or Lowe's. So now I just pulled out all of my furniture and I'm vacuuming behind it because so much dust accumulates under your furniture. I know I always say that the dust bunnies live under there. It's ridiculous. You can find so many things that you've been missing for so long. Cereal, toys, and dust. It is so gross. So I decided to go ahead and pull everything out and vacuum behind it. And as you will see in a minute, towards the end, I got pretty lazy. I did not pull that last shelf out. I just kind of went underneath of it. And you can see my hair is up now because at this point I was sweating. Okay, so what I am doing now is I'm just taking some white Dove soap and I'm putting some warm water into a bowl, and I'm gonna put the soap in there and make the water kind of soapy. So I did a little bit of research on how to clean your leather couches, and this is one of the options that came up and I thought it was great. So this is what I did, and it actually worked really, really well. You don't have to use Dove, but they recommend using a moisturizing soap, and I would definitely use a white soap just so that you don't get any funky residue or coloring left on your furniture. So I just took that mixture and wiped down my leather couches really well. They actually had quite a bit of dust on them, which was gross, and really much to my surprise, I didn't even realize until I got a really good look at them that quite a bit of dust had actually settled on them. Now I also did some research on how to clean your blinds. So here I'm showing you I took some of my Suavitel fabric softener, and you want to do 1 part fabric softener to 4 parts water. And then I'm just taking a soft cloth and I am dusting my blinds. This worked out really well, and fabric softener actually helps the dust become resistant, or where it does not want to sit on your blinds, if that makes sense. I'm probably not saying that right. But it also smelled really, really, really good, and I really enjoyed dusting my blinds this way. And then when I was done with my blinds, I just rinsed that same rag out really, really well and used the same rag to go ahead and wipe down the rest of my furniture. So I'm showing you these little electronic wipes that I got at the Dollar Tree. I really like them. They work really, really well. And my camera went out of focus, but I wanted to show you that I did dust my TV as well. And then last but not least, I was diffusing some tea tree oil in my diffuser because it is known for its air purifying qualities. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.